While the economy continues to struggle and many people are out of work, more and more families finding it really difficult to make their mortgage payments. Foreclosures are at an all-time high, and they're only expected to rise. Here with us is our financial expert, J Hansmann with Guardian Financial, to give us some tips. Tony, I'm glad to have you back. How are you doing this morning?
Good. How are you?
Very good. Thanks so much. Well, let's dive right into this because we're talking mortgage foreclosures. Yes. And really, we have seen these rise. So tell people who are homeowners what they can do proactively before losing their home.
Well, you know, there's actually more options, I think, than people think. The first thing is get hold of your current lender. If you're getting tight on the bills a little bit, or maybe it's not, the future doesn't look as bright as we hope it was going to, and things are just a little bit tighter at home, if we think we're going to miss a few of those mortgage payments, call the lender ahead of time, let them know, start negotiating, start working something out with them. I'd say more than half of the time they want to help you. They don't want the house to go to foreclosure. It's too expensive for them. So they're open to negotiating with you a little bit. I have seen things all over the board the last 2 years, such as them lowering interest rates, lowering the monthly payment. If a person's behind on the balance a little bit, I've seen the balances tacked onto the back of the note, term stretch, so just all over the place. But it's a time-consuming process, so get on the phone, email, write the letters, because it's going to take a while to do. A second option, if you're kind of at the verge of, I'm moving out of the house, you can short sell the house, meaning that you sell the house with the lender's help and permission for less than what's owed on it. Now, you may be responsible for the deficiency, you may not. You have to work that out. And lastly, for folks who are retired, 62 and older, they can do a reverse mortgage and get rid of the mortgage payment and help them out as well.
All right, before we get into reverse mortgage, it really sounds like, however, communication is the key. So if you know you've got a problem, you need to pick up the phone and start the ball rolling. So now let's talk about that reverse mortgage, because for a lot of people, they've never had to do this. It sounds kind of cumbersome and scary, so explain to us how it works.
Well, you know, I think myself, like many others, thought that reverse mortgages were the demons, the snakes, the dragons, and I'm just as guilty. I didn't understand them as well until we did a lot of research and find the facts. The facts are that you have to be at least 62 or older, and the lender is going to give you money based on your age. The older that you are, the more money that you get, and the value of the house. Two is if you're already behind on some bills, usually income and credit are no factor, unlike in a forward mortgage. In a reverse mortgage, they don't even care. You're going to have options like adjustable rates or fixed rates. There's multiple payout options, such as a lump sum or a monthly income or a line of credit. I saw one recently, Ashley, where an individual had a house worth $150,000. They were starting to get behind on the bills. They'd lived there for a long time, 20 years or more. They only owed $40,000 on the house, but the payment was over $850 a month. And they were just getting strapped. So they almost lost the house, but they came in with a reverse mortgage, paid that loan off, had about $50,000 left in their hand to do whatever they wanted to, and it was a win-win situation for that individual and the lender.
Well, that sounds like great news for them. A cash option, what can you use the money for?
You know, actually they can use it for anything that they want. Obviously, the first amount that the lender gives you has to pay off the mortgage. A lot of people think that the house has to be paid for free and clear. Not true. So they pay off the house, and what's left over, you can use it for anything. Vacation, pay off the car, pay off credit cards, fix up the kitchen, anything that you want. But the idea is to help the individual get back on their feet so they're not a burden to family and loved ones.
Are there disadvantages with this, however?
I tell you what, if I were to compare it to a forward mortgage or traditional mortgage, they may be slightly more expensive, but the only true disadvantage is that you have to maybe pay $300 or $400 for an appraisal up front out of pocket. If I tell you I'd pay $300 or $400 any day of the week to save a $150,000 asset, I'd find it somewhere.
Absolutely. No, but I really think that we hear a lot of people think that they're going to lose their house with this program. You say, however, don't worry, it's really not true.
You know, I thought the same thing until I got the facts. It's not true at all. How it works is let's just use that last scenario where the family had the $150,000 house. They're in their upper 70s. They pass away. Now the children come in. They're going to have a couple options. The first one is that they have an entire year to either refinance the house into their own name or to put it on the market and sell it. So if going forward, if the balance on the loan was $100,000, the house never appreciated and it was still only worth $150,000. Well, they sell the house and the kids are going to keep the $50,000 profit. So the lenders, they don't want the house. They just want to simply earn the interest off it over a period of time. They're not in the business of taking people's house. Completely false information. I encourage people to go out to the website, go find mortgage calculators, reverse mortgage calculators. They're all over the place out there, and they can kind of figure out how much that they could get for themselves.
Well, Tony Hansmann says communication is the key here. So to communicate with Tony and Guardian Financial to find out more information, here's what you need. They're located in Rogers on Horse Barn Road. Their phone number 479-268-4463. You can also log on to TonyHansmann.com. Tony, thanks so much here on this Sunday morning, and we will be right back.
Thanks. Have a great weekend.